Joining us is Victoria Trudell, who started Zelphia's Community Kitchen. Victoria, what is Zelphia's Community Kitchen?
Honestly, Zelphia's Communication just started as a dream of mine. I've always had a passion for food and for serving others in my community, and that's something that's really important to me and I enjoy. So, this is an organization that provides food services to our community. I was actually just about to graduate culinary school, and I shared this idea of starting this program called Risk to Reward, where we would partner with local group homes and at risk youth, teach them the ins and the outs of the culinary industry, and everything that they learned to make would then be served back to those in need within our community. I believe cooking is not just a good life skill to have, but also it involves reading, writing, math, decision making skills. And there are zero limitations when you're in the kitchen. And that can be something huge, especially for youth that feels like they don't have a whole lot of control or a healthy outlet. And so we're just pitching this idea of risk to reward to a couple of people. Everyone was on board, and that's really how this all started, was just combining two of my loves and passions into something that would be impactful and beneficial for my community.
I love your energy and enthusiasm. It's contagious. COVID happened, and that sort of derailed that dream a little bit, but it's changed. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so when COVID hit, um, we quickly had to adjust what we were doing. Initially, we started off almost a year ago serving hot meals through a local homeless shelter in Detroit, as well as just passing these food out on the street. Something we're really big on is meeting people exactly where they are. And so we did this for a couple months, and then COVID hit, and we realized we needed to switch our services and quick. And that's when our grab and go grocery program was implemented. We immediately started seeking out local churches, donors, and potential sponsors. And with just a few short weeks, our new program launched here in Novi, and we began handing out free groceries. We passed out a lot of fresh produce, some dry good and household items such as toilet paper and laundry soap, as well as refrigerated items like cheese, milk, and eggs. And since our initial launch of the program back in June, we have been able to partner with other organizations such as J Cares and other local churches to expand and help bring these much needed items to two other cities, both Canton and then back in Detroit as well.
It's incredible. Tell me about the need out there. What do you see every day?
Yeah, so we see things that we never thought we would see, honestly. There are a lot of families who are struggling right now, that lost their job, that have never been in these circumstances before, where they financially just cannot put food on the table for their family. And that is something that hits people very hard. And that's where we really have been fortunate enough to step up within our community to help fill that gap for the families and individuals in need.
You're serving big numbers.
Yes. So currently, through our grab and go grocery program, we serve about 400 families a week between our three cities that we're able to partner and operate in. Since starting this program, total wise, we have served just over 6,100 meals and distributed just over 5,500 grocery boxes. Right now, we either operate out of a church or actually in our Canton locations, they are in partnership with another organization called J Cares, and they work out of mobile home parks. And so we bring the items, we set them out upside. Our wonderful volunteers help us with that and setting everything up. Cars will then line up. We place the items in their trunk, and then they actually drive away. So we just try to really limit that contact again because of COVID. So nobody's actually having any face-to-face interaction. Everything is just placed in cars, and then everyone goes on their way.
Where does the supplies come from?
That's a great question. So it comes from a little bit of everywhere. I'm fortunate enough to have a partnership with Gleaners, which is the local food bank here in Detroit. I also have a contract through the USDA Farms to Family program, as well as just our wonderful donors and supporters and community members who donate to us, that we're then out to go, we can go out and buy those food items.
Wow. What would you say to somebody watching today? What can they do? How can they help?
So Every small and little thing makes a huge impact overall. I truly believe that. For us personally, you can visit our website, zelphias.com, to donate there. You can also sign up for our weekly volunteer slots if you're someone who likes to get more hands on. But even just small things like checking on your neighbors, giving a phone call to, that elderly person that you know, and just checking in with the loved ones and people that you know and see what they need and make sure they're okay. Connection is huge right now.
You are absolutely amazing. Thank you for what you do.
I say that it was totally just a God thing and support behind our community, that we were able to, again, just adjust so quickly and just come and meet the needs of where our community is. um, Something that we even see in the future is just expanding and being able to not only do food but also provide assistance with rent and utility bills, mental health resources, just whatever else the members of our communities are expressing that they need help with.
Why do you care so much, Victoria?
Honestly, it's just a passion of mine. I love to be able to serve my community and help where I can. It's just something I have always enjoyed doing, and I love to be able to give back.
And this runs in your family because you said your great grandma, Zelphia, started the community kitchen in Southeast Michigan, correct? Or was one of the founders?
Yep, so they ran a food bank out of their home, and she did that all the way up until her 90s. And then I was able to kind of take over her love for both of my grandparents' love for just food and being able to provide for others, just like I said, as a legacy to them. I mean, it's an honor for me to be able to do so. But when you find your passion, it doesn't feel like work at all.
It sounds like you found your calling.
Yes, I'm very fortunate to say so.
We always end every interview, Victoria, by asking the same question, and that is, Victoria Trudell, tell me something good.
Well, I think for today, something good would just to be honestly reflect on what you have and just take the time to be grateful for everything. And, you know, life is crazy right now and nobody thought it would look this way, but just be thankful for where you are. And I think that's huge.
I think that's great advice. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.